Hello everyone, you all are welcome to the Uniben Post-Utme orientation program. And if you are watching this video, it simply means one thing. You are a Uniben aspirant and you plan on getting admission this year. So if you are a student that applied for University of Benin, sit back, relax, because this video is going to be a long one, and I assure you that after this video, you are going to be very, very confident in passing your exams and getting your admission into the University of Benin. But before we start, I would love to introduce myself to you all, because majority of us, this is the first time you are seeing this face. Most of us got this video from our support group, while some of us just stumbled on it online, while some of us, maybe a friend sent you the link. But whichever way, let me introduce myself to you guys for the benefit of those meeting me for the first time. Now, this guy you are seeing here, his name is Dr. Austin, and by the grace of God, I'm a medical student in University of Benin. I got my first degree in medical biochemistry, University of Benin, and I'm currently studying my second degree, medicine and surgery, in the University of Benin. And this tells you that I've been in this system for a very long time, and I know how the process works. By the grace of God, I'm also the CEO of All Inclusive Online Tutorials. This is a tutorial that have been in existence for more than 5 years, and by the grace of God, we've taught over 10,000 students in this 5-year period, and we've helped thousands of students to get admission into University of Benin, into courses like medicine, law, accounting, banking and finance. In fact, any course you can think of, we have students there as far as University of Benin is concerned. You understand? And we've helped a lot of students score very high in the Uniben Post-Utme exam. Students scoring as high as 70 plus, 80 plus, even 90 plus. Yes, we've done it. So the experience is there, and this is what I'm about to share to you guys in this video. So relax, sit back. It's going to be a long video. And in this video, we'll talk about a lot of things. First of all, we'll talk about how the Uniben Post-Utme work, things you should do before the Post-Utme, during the Post-Utme, and after the Post-Utme. We'll also talk about how to answer questions in the exam hall. We'll talk about what to do while you're in the exam hall, and the possible examination questions that you're going to see in the Uniben Post-Utme exam, and what you should expect afterwards, after the exam. Apart from that, those of you that have not been to University of Benin before, we're also going to talk about how you can locate the center for your exam. You understand? I'm going to show in this video, I'll still show you what different centers that we have in University of Benin and how you can locate them, and so that you don't end up going to a wrong center to write your exam. So that is all we'll be talking about in this video. Now, first off, Uniben Post-Utme exam, how does it look like? Is it hard or is it easy? Now, take note that Uniben Post-Utme exam is not hard. It's not easy. It's just moderate. It just depends on how prepared you are for the exam. And in this exam, the questions are not much. As of last year, it was 40 questions to be answered in 30 minutes. And inside that 40 questions, English was the subject that carried the highest number of questions. I think English was about 14 or 15 questions. So you need to know your English very well. By the grace of God, during the course of this video, I'm also going to expose possible English questions that you're going to see on the day of your exam. You understand? So now, imagine I'm a Uniben student now, and I'm about to write my Post-Utme exam, maybe next week or next 2 weeks, depending on when you're writing your own exam. What am I going to do? You understand? Now, first off, this is not the time to start reading the big textbook. No. At this point, what you need to do is that you should be revising, and you should expose yourself to as many questions as possible. You understand? This is what you should be doing at this point in time. Because if you say you want to start, where do you want to start reading from? Is it now you want to carry your textbook and start? No. In fact, the more you are reading it, the more you are getting discouraged, because you see that you don't know this one, you don't know this one, you don't know this one, you will just feel down. So the best thing, that pick up a past question. It can be Uniben past question, it can be JAB past question, and just be going through it. That is the only thing you're expected to do at this point in time, because your exam is already very, very close. You understand? So, and apart from that, remove fear from your mind. You understand? This exam, I've written it twice. And I can tell you for a fact that Eh? One of the reasons why I could not, because my first, let me even gist you guys how my own admission process works, how my own admission journey worked. Now, I wrote my first jam, I think it was 2019. That was when I wrote my first jam. Then, when I wrote my first jam, I had 292 in my first jam. And after I wrote the exam, I was like, even in my center then, I was the highest in my class. I had 292. They were hailing me, hey, Doki, you don't score 292. Now small 90 enter 300, that kind of thing. I was feeling Oga Pompous. So after the jam, I felt that I've gotten medicine already. I was playing myself away. I was never reading again because anybody I asked, I was the only student that had the highest score among my peer group. So that kind of feeling where you are the number one amongst your friends, you will just feel that no level, you don't already enter, that kind of thing. So even when my friends were going for Post-Utme lectures, I was like, oh, what's be that one Post-Utme? I beg you, me don't pass, me don't score 92 for the Post-Utme until I enter the hall. When I entered the hall, what like what when I entered the hall, I didn't even prepare. I just entered, I just did my stuff and I left. Even when I was in position, I was like, position that time it was even 70 questions as at then when I read my position, I think around 2019 and 2020. It was about 70 questions then. You understand? So after I came out, no level, I don't want the result. Those my friends that had 260, 270, 280, they got medicine. But me, that was the champion, I could not get medicine as at then because I did not do very well. My post-UTME came out, I think I had 72 then. And as at then, medicine was around 75. So you can see I was like 3 marks below the cutoff mark. So I could not get medicine. You understand? So it was quite depressing. Imagine that kind of thing where you were the highest in your amongst your peer group, and those your friends now got that medicine, but you that was supposed to be the number one person to get the admission, you could not get the admission. I was inside my room for days. I was sad, I was depressed and everything. So at the end of the day, after like months, I checked my admission. My friends have all gotten safe. Those ones don't even get it. You understand? So I checked my admission and I discovered that I was not giving medicine. I was not giving another course, medical biochemistry. And that was the first time I heard about that course. I started making research, calling people, and I was like, okay, let me enter the course. Initially when I entered the course, I was not happy because that kind of feeling where, because there's a way you need them. Don't worry, those of you that are in medical line, those of you that apply for medical courses, you will see there's a way they normally do when you go to 100 level, in your 100 level class, everybody is receiving lectures at the same time. So you have medicine students, you have radiography students, nursing students, everybody is receiving classes in the same hall. So when I entered class that first time, imagine you are in a class and you are people that is you ask this one what course, this one is saying medicine, this one is saying like medicine, they were just everywhere. But me, I was medical biochemistry. It was so sad, that feeling where like the course you're supposed to get, people around you have it, but you could not get it. You understand? It was depressing. Only level was at a point I even stopped going for classes because I could not stand it again. You understand? Ahead. So not until I summoned courage, I was like, no while I started meeting up with my fellow coursemates that also got medical biochemistry just as me. So from there, I started developing likeness for the course. By the grace of God, I finished 100 level, 200, 300. I think 400. I was about to graduate. And I decided to take JAM again. I took the JAM exam again, and by God's grace, I got the medicine. You understand? So here I am, currently in my 4th year as a medical student. So you guys can clap for me, shall if you want to clap. It's not easy. You understand? So that was my whole journey. So you can see that I wrote Post-UTME twice. I wrote JAM twice. So I passed through this road you're about to pass. Now I passed it twice. So anything I tell you in this video, just take it from me because it's nothing but the truth. You understand? So now, let's not waste much time. I don't want to leave you to be very long. So, Post-UTME, how does it work? Now, your Post-UTME is very simple. when you get to the hall, as of last year, it was 40 questions, 30 minutes. But this year, we don't know how it's going to be. But let's still work with what? 40 questions, 30 minutes. English is your highest. You understand? Now, when entering the hall, before you enter the hall, ensure that you are set, not just physically, but mentally. Free your mind. Don't be scared. Let me even just you guys say, don't be scared. Free your mind. Just tell yourself that you've done your best. You've read. You've done your best. So let God take control, because there's nothing that you will do at that point that will change anything. So just free your mind. Before you come out from your house or wherever you are, pray. Commit the exam to the name of the Lord. And when you're coming out, dress well. Just find something to just take. Can be something. I know some of us, because of the whole exam tension, you will not like to eat something. But just try and get something, even if it's just snacks. Just try and eat. It helps. It helps. Yes, I just so that your brain, so that you don't end up entering into the exam hall and you're taking a bad food and taking a bad an answer to a question. It's not going to end well. You understand? So the thing is that go there, eat, and dress well. If you're a guy, don't overdress. It's not a fashion parade, it's just an exam. Just be free. If you're a girl, just wear one. If you're a guy, just wear something free, maybe a pair of trousers and one shirt. You are good to go with your palm or whatever you want to wear. If you're a girl, no need to be wearing expensive makeup. You are not going there to do fashion parade. Just be free. You yourself, if it's maybe a polo as a girl, just wear one polo and one skirt, or maybe one trouser that will not make you uncomfortable. Just be free. You understand? Yeah, just be free. So is it okay? So yeah, just be free. You understand? Don't overdo things on that day. And when you get to your venue, like I said before, I'm going to post the different venues on this, on this video, so that you will know how your venue looks like. And when you get to your venue, just now this is a trick, but before I say that, let me explain this. When you get to your venue, just make sure that yes, that place you are is your venue. When you get there, you see some securities around there. Ask them, sir, this is my center or ICT Cyber Zone A, or this is my center ICT Edo class. Is it here? They'll tell you that okay, yes, this is your center. Then find one place to chill. You understand? Don't over waka waka. So by the time they call your set, you will not you know that though is a before they want to call your set, you will not go to another place. No. Make sure that you are around, so that by the time they call your set, you will be there. Because this thing had happened before, where a student was supposed to write by 12. The student now went with his brother that is already a student in Uniben. He now went to his hostel. Or no, because the Post-Utme will be fast. It's 30 minutes. Once you enter the hall, 30 minutes you are out. The next set will enter. 30 minutes, that set is out. Next set will enter. So be around. Don't walk out. Don't walk out to one place and say you want to see one friend or want to see. After the exam, you can use your leg around the full Uniben. Nobody really cares at that point. But you see that morning of your exam, that's time before your exam, don't go far. Stick around. You understand? Possibly, I will advise you, those of you that are going, you are going, let me say, let's say your exam starts by, let me say, 12, 10, 11, 1, 2. Those kind of time. Go early. I say you should go early? If you go early, you will ask people that just finished the exam that okay, what was your number? What do you see? What did you see? What questions can you remember? You understand? By the time you ask this one, ask like 20 people. See, this was tell me. Let me tell you a story. I had a friend then. He was going for what's it called? Electrical engineering. Yes, electrical. That was the course he was going for. Electrical engineering. And this guy, he during jam preparation, during Post-Utme, this guy was not reading. What he did was that he was writing around 2. This is my friend, so he was writing around 2. He's a graduate now. He's already an engineer. He's a graduate, because we entered school the same time when I got my admission into my first degree that time. So what he did was that his exam was around 2 in the afternoon. So this guy was already in that venue around 8 o'clock in the morning. He was there. The guy, Baba don't eat. Baba was ready for, he was just there. So once a set comes out, he quickly rushes to meet that set and asks that set, what did you see? What did you see? What can you remember? They will say, I saw electrolysis. I saw synonym of Atlantis. I saw synonyms of this one, antonym of that one. They asked me spelling of this, spelling of that. Baba was just cramming everything. In fact, the guy brought a note. As they tell him, we'll write it, write it, write it. That was how this guy asked 8 o'clock set, 9 o'clock set, 10 o'clock set, 11 o'clock set, 12 o'clock set, 1 o'clock set. This guy got literally questions from 6 set of students that came out from the exam hall. So when it was ready time for his exam, Baba has Baba, the guy had heard a lot of questions. So when he entered the hall, lo and behold, it was the exact questions that he has been getting from students that just finished. That was what he saw. An exam that was supposed to be for like an hour. This guy, because then it was 1 hour, 70 questions. This guy finished in less than 20 minutes because he has literally heard everything. Uniben does not, for each day, Uniben does not change question. They don't, for each day, that's the trick now. For each day, they don't exchange question. So even though you are writing, maybe that you're not among the first set that is writing, make sure you are on that venue on time so that those students that are coming out, you can ask them. You understand? Just be writing. Don't be shy. Hell, see, if you fail this Post-Utme, oh God of mercy, you come. So don't be shy. Remove that shyness. Make who shyness help. Be agile. Ask people for questions. You understand? Compare as many as possible so that, because at the end of the day, trust me, those same questions that the previous set saw, that's what you're going to see. So what's the difference? Just be agile that day. Come early. But if you're among those that are writing first sets, hey, yeah, sorry, yo. But still on stage, we'll still talk about you guys. You understand? So that's that for that. You get. So when you get to once you've got, for example, let's say you've gotten that set of questions and everything, when you are coming to the exam again, like I said before, don't pack things. You know, some of you are telling me that the other thing you heard that you bring birth certificate, you bring N9, like those things are not necessary. You understand? The only thing that they will require from you on that day is your reprinting slip. That's that invitation slip that has your picture, your date, your venue, and your time. That's the only thing they need from you. Then if you are doing calculation course, you take pencil. No need for N9 or payment slip or application slip. Those are, they will not, even if you bring it to the hall or bring it to the venue of the exam, they will not allow you to take it to the hall. They will just tell you that what is all these ones. They will even fling itself. So if you want to see bring it, you can bring it to, but from my years of experience, they will only ask you for your invitation slips. That's the only thing they need from you, just to prove that you are a candidate and to prove that the picture on the paper matches the picture of the person that claims to be writing that exam that day. You understand? So that's just it. Don't come with many things. Just come with that. But if you choose to pack all your documents, no wahala. You will see it on that day. But from my experience, I'm telling you, just your invitation slip and a pencil if you are doing what? Calculation course. Do you understand? So once you've already, entered the hall, follow the line. Don't misbehave. Be order. Follow their instruction, because if you don't follow their instruction, they will embarrass you. Those security, they are not nice. You understand? So when you enter once you're on the line, just, if they say go this side, go this side. They say don't go this side, don't go that side. You understand? So when you get to your, what's it called now? Your computer room, because those that are writing at ICT, there are different classes. There's Edo class, River class, Akwa Ibom class, different class, Delta class, and the rest. Cyber Zone A, Cyber Zone B. So when you enter ICT, you see different classes there. Ensure that you are in the class that is on your slip. If it's Edo class, enter Edo class. If it's River class, enter River class. Now, the truth is that they will not arrange, most of the time, if you enter early, please, what you do is that pick a computer that looks okay. You understand? Don't say, I want to sit down with my friend. I want to sit down with my no. You understand? Ensure that you pick a computer that the computer looks okay. Because there are some that the computer is not correct. It happened during my time. My uncle, oh God. The day I wrote my Post-Utme for that, my second Post-Utme, I saw hell that day. My computer was tripping off every 5 minutes. I nearly ran mad because Jesus, this is something that I've been preparing for months. I've read like so like, I was vibrating on that day of my exam. I was like, sir, my computer is, I was shouting at the top of my voice, and by the grace of God, they attended to me. So if you find yourself in a computer that the head is skipping, hmm? Please alert because for each classes they will assign like a vigilator. So alert the attention of that vigilator so he or she can construct what is wrong with your computer and sort it out, because time is going. Even if your computer is malfunctioning, the time is still counting inside. So to avoid that embarrassment, locate a good computer first. You can even see it. Not go and locate a computer that has wire everywhere. God will not, devil will not punish you now. You know, use your leg and kick wire. Computer off. You've done your exam that day. And most of these vigilators, some are very wicked. They'll tell you that you should go home. That you've done, since you've answered one or two questions, you should go home. By the time you enter, as the result comes out, you cry your life. You understand? So please, pick a what? Pick a computer that looks good. You understand? And before you start the exam, please pray. Please pray and be calm. Be calm. See, just be calm. Just say, Holy Spirit, give me what the spirit of calmness. Because if you are not calm, if you are tense, you will. It's not going to end well. When I wrote my second Post-Utme, I was agitated. I was scared. I was like, God, I already scored above 300 in JAM. Let Post-Utme not bring me back here again. I was so scared. By the grace of God, I did well. You understand? Even when I started answering the questions, my hands were shaking, but I paused for like 1 minute. I breathed in and breathed out. I'm telling you things that you should do if you are tense, because more especially the girls, you'll be tensed. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You'll be calm. Then you continue answering your question. Because if you are tensed, that tension alone can make you go and pick a wrong answer. You understand? So please relax your mind. A calm mind will think clearly. That's just the thing. You understand? Don't even pay attention to the time, because that one will even make your mind, because it's 30 minutes. So if you look at the time, you say, this is the count, this is the count. Don't even look at the time. Focus on the questions. Start with the one you know best. If you are a science student, you are doing, like, let me say, English, chemistry, physics, and biology. Pick the one you know best. For me, I was very good in biology, so I picked biology first. I picked biology. I finished biology. In less than 5 minutes, I'm done with biology. I entered this thing, chemistry, because I know chemistry very well. Finished my chemistry. Entered English. Finished my English. Then the remaining time, and I focused on physics. And no, I was done. You understand? So start with the one you know best. And any question you don't know, skip it. You understand? Skip it. Don't say you start, especially for physics. Please, if you are doing calculation subject, make sure your physics is last. Don't start with physics first. If not, you will cry with it not good. You can use that full 30 minutes to answer only one question. You understand? So anyone you don't know, skip it. You can always come back to it. You understand? And when you're answering a question, make sure that, first of all, identify the ones that can never be the answer. Yes, if they give you 4 options now, remove 2 that can never be the answer. Then the remaining 2, you should not be easier for you to pick the one that is the answer. You understand? So that's how to go about it. You understand? So yes, once you are done, you leave the JJJ. By the grace of God, those of you that be writing first day, and those of you that be writing the first day, and the time that the first set of students to write on the first day, don't worry. You guys, I would make a post on our support group. So if you're not in our support group, find a way to reach out to me. If I'm editing this video, maybe I might put my number. I don't know yet. So, but find a way to reach out so it can be in our support group, because those students that will be writing first, those first set of students writing on the first date, they will supply us answers, or so I say answers, questions that they saw. So with those questions, those people are writing second set, third set, and even the following days, you can use those set of questions to prepare ahead and know what to expect. Do you just understand what I just said? So Noah, everybody will do all right. You understand? Even in our support group, say by the grace of God, the next to your exam, which is on Sunday to your exam, we'll solve questions on the support group. So if you're not in that support group, like I said before, find a way to reach out to me. If not, you will cry. And these questions that we're going to solve together on Sunday are questions that will come out in your exam. I know what I'm saying. We did it last year and it worked. My students were scoring 70 plus, 80 plus. So this year we'll do it again in support group. So make sure you are there. It is very, very important. So that's that. So when you are done, you leave the hall and you go home. By the way, like I said before, I'm still going to drop the venues for the different centers, so that you guys. But before I even talk about that, let me even show you guys the venue now. So like I said, I think we have about 4 venues. All these venues, they are inside the Uniben main campus, which is the Ugbo campus. So if you are coming, those of you that are coming from, maybe if you're coming to Uniben, and don't pass through the main gate. There's a main gate, a big main gate. That's the one popular one. If I have chance, I will put the picture so that you see it. Those of you that have not seen Uniben before. There's the main gate, the bigger one. It has this long. Don't pass through there. After that main gate, there's a small gate. So if you're coming towards Uniben, maybe you're using a bus to come towards Uniben, don't tell them to drop you at main gate. Tell them to drop you at small gate. Say, I beg, Mona stop me for Uniben small gate. So when they drop you at Uniben small gate, you come down. When you come down from the bus that you entered or the vehicle that you entered, when you come down from it, you will see in that small gate, you see some white, long buses. You pass those buses, you enter inside the small gate. The way you enter inside the small gate, you will see a lot of cabs, like all these cabs. You see a lot of cabs. Then you reach out to anyone that is walking. Tell them that, you are writing Post-Utme. This is where you are going to. You understand? So once you tell them, they will take you there, because they said they already know that very day is date for Post-Utme, and a lot of aspirants will be coming. So most of them already know what to do when you tell them that this is where you are going to. You understand? So for confirmation, I'm still going to drop the videos of the different centers, so you can go through it and see for yourself how it looks like. So that when you get there and you see that okay, this one matches the center, and you know that okay, you are at the right place. So you don't end up being you don't end up at MTN library where your old center is supposed to be at ICT. You understand? So that's that for that. All right, so now this is ICT. Yeah, this is ICT. This is like the biggest center for writing Post-Utme. Yeah, so in this ICT, there are a lot of classes inside. There's Edo class, there's River class, there's Cross River, there is Delta class, Akwa Ibom class. In fact, if you are checking your Post-Utme, if you've checked your Post-Utme date and you see anything like class, any state class, just know that this is where you're writing your Post-Utme. You understand? So if you at the back of it, if you follow back like this now, this is from main gates. So once you enter a cab, you can actually check it out, but just enter cab. If you don't want to stress yourself, you can just that is main gate. Like if you go front now, you see where that car is going to, that's main gate side. So from main gate, you can just take a cab, tell them that you are coming to ICT. You understand? So this is the ICT here. You understand? Maybe we can even go inside so that I can show you what I can explain better. But this is the building. This is from main gate. You understand? So only for those that Edo class, River class, Akwa Ibom class, as far your own is just class in it, this way be writing. And funny enough, this is where I even wrote my own Post-Utme exam. You get? So that's it. Then very close to it, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me just check there. All right, very close to it, you'll see. Okay, this is computer science building. this computer science building. This I think this is optometry, yeah, physical sciences. Yeah, it should be this building, yes. So so you can see very close to it we have PTDF. So that place you are seeing there now is PTDF. You understand? That small building there. So if you don't even writing PTDF, you can see that both ICT and PTDF, they are close. The only one that is far apart is MTN, that is close to basement. But PTDF and ICT, they are very close. You understand? So this PTDF and this ICT, then you'll be coming from main gate here. This is the building here. You can even see it written ICT Center, International ICT, Uniben International ICT Center. So that's ICT for you. All right, so now this is the inside of ICT. This is how it looks like. So this particular class now is a Uniben class. That one is I think that one there is a Edo class, and I think the other one at this side is Cyber Zone B or A. But before you come to write your exam, they will relabel everything again. This was where I actually wrote my Post-Utme, this particular place, this Edo class there. Although the doors are locked, it's only this one that is even open, safe. Uniben class. So these are the computers. You can see that they are even, working on it to make sure that everything is okay for your exams. So yeah, that's it basically. So this is inside of ICT. You can see it's very big and it has a lot of classes. That one is even staff cyber class. This one, I think they've not relabeled this one again, so they will do it before your exam, before you commence your exam. So you can see they're actually working on it, setting the computers and other kind of thing. So your exam is already ready, man. People should be reading, you guys should read. I don't think this one is open, Abby. Okay, this one is, yeah, it's locked. So, is it open? Let me check. Okay, this one is open. So this is Cyber Zone B. So these are the computers. This one has been arranged already. So this, you can see it looks like the same way you wrote JAMB. So yeah, this Cyber Zone B, and these are the rest of the classes. On the day of your exam, they will open all of them, so you guys can, have a look at it. You guys can write your exam rather. So this is basement. You understand? This is basement. From basement, this is the road. You understand? And this is that place you are seeing there that has a lot of glasses. That place is basement. So you can see even the basement itself is close to the MTN digital library. You understand? Then this is library extension. Yeah, library extension. So basement, library extension, MTN digital library. So that's how it is basically. Then this is the road that you have to, pass. This is the main road that leads from main gates down. So that's how it is basically. All right, so now this is John Harrison's library. Now very close to John Harrison's library we have the MTN digital library. So those of you that will be writing at MTN digital library, this is your center here, this very place. Yes, this MTN digital library, and it's very close to John Harrison's library. So if you are coming, you can just, from main gates, you can just tell them that take me to John Harrison's library. Then from there you can just get into your MTN digital library. There's MTN digital library A and there's MTN digital library B. Both of them are in the same place. You understand? So, and this is a reading. It's a library for reading. You understand? So this is for the MTN people. So I believe we all have seen the videos. So even in that video, you notice that there are like 4 centers in Uniben. We have ICT. ICT is like the biggest center. You understand? Inside ICT, we have a lot of classes inside. I think I said it before. We have Edo class, we have Cyber Zone A, Cyber Zone B, Data class, Uniben class. Everybody, all of the, that's why if you check your repeating slave, you see ICT. Then inside bracket, they now wrote the class, and then I wrote the class that the specific class. So some people is ICT Edo class, ICT Data class, ICT Akwa Ibom class, ICT, Cross River class, ICT, it's like that, like that. There's ICT, Cyber Zone A, ICT, Cyber Zone B. You understand? So all these classes, they are inside ICT. So ICT is like the biggest center for writing post-UTME. Then we also have PTDF. That one is close to ICT. I think like after ICT, the next building is PTDF. That one is like a smaller center for writing post-UTME too. And apart from that, we also have ADEC. ADEC is a Advanced Digital Engineering Center. The one is located in Faculty of Engineering. Yes, that one's on that center. That one is on that center located at Faculty of Engineering. It's there. That one is still a smaller center. Then we have MTN Library, MTN Digital Library. Now, MTN Digital Library is closer to John Harrison's library in Uniben. I think I've sent the videos already. I believe you guys must have seen all of them. So these are the different centers you need to make sure that you arrive on your center an hour before the exam. So if you're writing by 10 o'clock, make sure that you're already there by 9. You understand? So take note of this. It is very, very important. So now that we've settled the venue aspect and all those ones, let's now talk about what you should do after the exam. So after the exam, what normally happens after the exam is that after everybody must have written the exam, normally the exams is supposed to end on Friday. You understand? So everybody will write. But normally, I think sciences starts first, then followed by engineering, followed by commercial, followed by arts. Then we now have direct entry students. You understand? So once everybody has finished the exam, the exam most times ends on Friday. Then the Monday of it, they will release post-UTME results. You understand? So post-UTME is usually released the following week after everybody must have written their post-UTME exam already. So once results comes out, everybody will know their square root. You understand? So from there, you will know if you are eligible for your admission or not. Obviously, so if you are going for medicine, for example, now all this medicine your target should be above your aggregate. Now the thing is, there's even between screening score and aggregate. So if you check your portal now, you see there's the upper part is screening score. That screening score is the exact score you got in the exam. Then we have aggregate. Aggregate is the combination of your JAM score and your post-UTME score. You understand? Your JAM score divided by 8, post-UTME score divided by 2, added together will give you your aggregate. That aggregate is the main thing. You understand? So if you are going for a course like medicine, your aggregate should be at least around 78, 79, 80. That one you will get admission. You will get your medicine admission. If you are going for courses like law, your aggregate should be around 75, 76, that range. Engineering courses. Now, engineering courses are not competitive. So engineering courses, if you score above 55, 66 at your aggregate, then no wahala. If you are going for courses like theater arts, ISD, all those other courses, please have above 55. Yes, just to be safe, because trust me, those courses are still competitive. Try theater art is hot cake in Uniben. Theater art, ISD, don't go there. Then if you are going for educational courses, ENL, just try and pass 50, because 50 is the pass mark. Just try and cross 50. And biochemistry, just cross 50. Then if you are going for courses like anatomy, physiology, medical biochemistry, just try and cross 55. You understand? So the exam not really just the aggregate is not really that high. Really courses that has high aggregate is medicine, dentistry, pharmacy. All these ones is above 75. Nursing nursing was 75, 77. You understand? So those ones are the ones that are a bit low. ISD sometimes. But engineering, if you are going for engineering, don't even just try and just do your best. Engineering not really go far. Engineering is not competitive at all in Uniben. So even with 50 self, if you even with 50, if you're not from Edo State or you are from the South, with 57 you can get electrical engineering. 51 you can get it as far as your first choice. So engineering, if you're going for engineering, just be happy because your own is no problem. Mona just be happy. Now not really go far. You understand? Engineering people. Then the arts, anything apart from law, theater arts, law, theater arts, ISD, mass com. You understand? As law and commercial, mass com, public admin, business admin, anything apart from all these courses, just do your best in Post-Utme, you will get admission. Because all these, the remaining courses that I did not mention, those ones is easier to get. But the ones I just mentioned now, please just try and cross 55, 60 as your aggregate. You understand? Uniben will give you admission. You understand? And please try your best. Because the truth is that even as I've been saying all these things so far, not everybody will get their course in first batch. So if you miss first batch, there's a slight chance that you will get your admission in second batch. For example, now, as of last year, I think, let me use accounting. Accounting was for merit. Accounting was 60 for merit. So when first batch came out, those people that scored 60, 58, 56, they all got accounting. And accounting was showing admission in progress in the JAMB portal. So after first batch was out, later, those are now scored 55, 54. We started seeing that second badge, you understand? That one safe come out. You understand? But we are going for medicine. The cutoff mark for medicine is 80. You understand? Anything below, listen, for medicine, I'm just telling you, if you are going for medicine, because you guys are my people. Anything below, okay. Anything below 75, just come on mind for medicine. I'm telling you, anything below 75, just rest. It's not possible. Don't let anybody deceive you. Start looking for other method. Because the truth is that there's always a way. Yes, I'll talk about that too. But the point the reason I'm saying all these things I'm saying is that try your best in the Post-Utme. By the grace of God, in our support group, we will take questions. Just try your best and score something nice. Uniben is considerate when it comes to admission. They will consider you, especially for all those normal courses. They will consider you. It is the course they don't consider for is medicine, is nursing, law, because people are hungry for slots. You understand? Just people are buying slots. That's the truth. So if you want to be merit, if you want to be among those that will get it on merit, you better score high. And if you cannot score high, make sure your money is high. So either way is to work at, but there's nothing that is easier than getting it on merit. Once you get admission on merit, it's very sweet. Because once anybody release Post-Utme result like this, after like 1 week, I will post on support group. First batch is out. You will check, you see AIP, admission in progress. Yeah, go very boss. You'll be like, God, you'll be so happy because first batch can sweet. And that time, first batch can sweet because you are now among those that got it on merit. There's no better feeling than that. You check your admission status, you see admission in progress. Yours clean. But then you now check, you're not seeing not admitted. Campaign. Especially when your friends are already seeing admission. So the point is that not for you to experience all these things. Just do well in the Post-Utme. I beg. Try your best. I know it's not try your best. Beg for questions. Once you enter that center that day, say, God, I beg. Today is do or die. Once you enter the hall like this, Baba God, now me and this computer. Make sure that for every question that you pick, for every answer that you pick is correct. The 100%. Don't guess. Because the questions are not much. Imagine you are getting about 40 to 50 questions. One question is carrying approximately 2 marks. So imagine you are not guessing, you are just throwing away 2 marks like that. Imagine you guess 20 questions out of it. That's you lost 40 marks already. 40 minus 100, that's 60. There's no way you can get a professional course with 60 as your screening score. It's not possible. It's not possible. So please, do your best, kill yourself in the exam hall. Before the exam, ask questions. By the grace of God, that the days of your exam, I'll be active. Any question I still get, I'll be posting it on the group. As I'm posting it, be cramming it. Don't fail, don't fail. But if you fail, make sure that at least you don't fail woefully, so that people like us can still assist you in admission. Yes, it's possible. It's possible, but it's going to cost you. But it's possible. I did it for a lot of students last year. Yes, a lot of students, especially for professional courses like law, medicine, dentistry, nursing, a lot of them. You understand? But before I can assist you, you need to prove to me that yes, you at least you know what you are doing. You cannot come to me now that you want me to assist you for medicine and you never score up to 70 in your pursuit or you never score up to 68 and you want to assist you. I can never do that kind of thing. God forbid. For medicine, no, nah. Or if you're coming for nursing now, you never score up to 60 something. It's no, or you never score up to 58, 60 something. No, nah. At least you need to still work on yourself first. Let your score still be high a little. Like, let me see that you see there's like, let me see that at least you do well. Then I will now be able to assist you. You understand? Don't come with me with 151. You're telling that you need medicine. How now? Which kind of doctor do you want to become, brother? So please do well in your Post-Utme. I just got a beg now. It's very, very important. Or at least still try your best so that by the time we are pushing you, it will be easier for us to push you and get your admission. Though it will cost you money, but at least we know that before we help you, at least you've done well for yourself. You understand? So I assist in admission in fact every year. Last year we assisted over 20 students for medicine. I'm not talking about other courses now, just for medicine, there were more than 20 students, and they all got it. Sharp. Nursing, full everywhere. Pharmacy, full, law, full everywhere. Accounting, full everywhere. But before I can assist you, you need to have done well in your Post-Utme. You need to have proven to me that yes, you deserve assistance. You understand? So basically, that's it. And yes, I think we've covered most of the things. So like I said, after the Post-Utme, a week after, result will be out. And after the result is out, 2 to 3 days, admission will start rolling in. And like I said, admission is done in batches. Now, first batch is people that gets it on merit. So if a course is 58 and you score 58, 59, 60, you are among those that will get it on first batch. You understand? So second batch is for cashment. When I mean cashment, I mean people that are like 1 or 2 marks below the cutoff mark and are still, within like the geographical location of the university. For example, now if a course is 58 and you score like 56 or 57 and you are from Edo State, Delta State, River State, Akwa Ibom, like you are from the south, there's a good chance that you can still get it based on cashment. You understand? Then the third badge is for people with connection. That's where we come in. Maybe that somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, your leg is long, your money is long. That one you can still help you with that one. You come out as third badge. You get. So if it's admission in Uniben, don't worry. We can assist you with that. You understand? So that's that for admission. And the thing is that please do well to get your admission directly. Not like that. Don't say, because most of the time some people say maybe after 100 level I will do transfer. Baba, in Uniben, transfer does not work. Don't pull up and say you want to say any year I will see transfer to medicine. You are not transferring anywhere. I'm just saying the truth. The plain truth is what I'm telling you. Transfer in medicine transfer in Uniben is connection. So if you know that, just do the connection down now that it's early before because you say you want to wait, you are just wasting your time. You understand? There's no transfer to medicine, law, pharmacy, dentistry, no transfer to all these BB courses. You understand? The easiest way is to sort it out through JAM. Either you get it by merit or you get it it was with connection. That's the truth. And those of you that listen, very important. Those of you that, after seeing your score, deep down that this thing cannot work. Just be logical about it. Once the result comes out, for example, now let's say you are going for a course like, let me say, medicine. And medicine, because medicine is the course that have the highest cutoff mark in all departments. Let's say you are going for a course like medicine, and medicine cutoff mark is around 79, 80, and you scored 74, 75, 73. Don't wait and say they will give me, because they will not give you. It's not possible. What you will do is that there are two things. Either you immediately go and change to what another course. Let's say you can decide to change to, let me say, maybe nursing or dentistry or pharmacy. Something lower. So that, because if you wait, if you say you want to wait, that you will get it, Uniben will fling it to something that you will never expect. With your 75, 74, you can end up in agric. I'm not saying agric is a bad course, but they might fling it to somewhere that you don't expect. So once your result comes out like this, ask yourself, by the time your result comes out, I will post the cutoff mark by the time result comes out. So when you see that you don't meet up with the cutoff mark, change towards something lesser. You understand? Either you change to something lesser, or you start looking for a way out. Don't wait and say, let me wait small, let me see how it's going to be. As you see your result like this, bam, start making moves immediately. This is what I told my last set student to do, because there's some of my students that were going for medicine. I don't know why I'm always using medicine. They're going for medicine. Result came outside. Most of them did not get, some of them got 74, 73, 75. Most of them did not get up to that 78, 79, 80. I told them, oh yeah, change to dentistry, change to pharmacy, change to med lab, change to radiography. Most of them changed, and by the grace of God, they got it, because they immediately changed. So once the result comes out, don't wait. You understand? Once the result comes out and you don't want to change, you have to stick to the course that you can start looking for connections, but be very careful, because one, they know that you guys are gullible. People will come from different angles to say, I can help you. Don't worry, pay 20,000. You want to use 20,000 to get medicine and surgery? No worry. No worry. No worry. You want to use 20,000 to get medicine? It's not going to work out. Now they'll just chop your money and run. The money is big, it's in millions. You understand? So start making moves. If you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, oh yeah, find your way. Because admission is not easy in Uniben. You understand? But if you merit the course, they will give you. But if you don't merit it, either you change to something that Uniben will change your destiny, or you start working it out. I'm just telling you the plain truth. You understand? So ensure you take note of this. It is very, very important. So I believe we've talked about, basically everything. So what we'll be doing next now is that we're going to take possible questions. Yes, also in this clip, I also attach some possible questions that will come out in your exams. So we will take some possible questions as well. And in night to your Post-Utme, we'll also take some questions on the support group. Do you understand? So if there's any other question, the comment section is open. You can drop it and I'll be replying you guys one after the other. But I think I've basically said everything now. And yes, for the Post-Utme, it is what you wrote in JAM, like the subject combination. That's what you will see. They will not add anything new. You understand? If it's four subjects you did, maths, English, chemistry, and physics, that's what the same thing you see in your Post-Utme. So it's the same combination as JAM. The only difference is that for commercial students, you will see maths, English, economics, and government. Even if you wrote accounting or any other subject in JAM, these four I just mentioned what you see in your Post-Utme. If you're an art student, you will see English, government, literature, and CRS. So yes, I think I've said basically everything I need to say. I don't think there's anything missing again, Shabo. There's anything I didn't say, because I've been talking with my head since. If there's anything I didn't say, you guys should just let me know. You understand? In the comment section, or you can come to my DM and I'll address it. But in the next clip now, it's going to be a class where I was teaching. So I want you guys to watch it. I think I talked about English, and for the remaining subject, I just touched the areas that will bring your questions from. But in the support group, we'll do our final teachings there before you enter the exam hall. So I wish you guys success. Um, you guys will pass. If you be reading, and you are prepared, don't worry, you will pass. You understand? And if I could do it in my time, you could do it. And if I've been doing it for a lot of my students, you will not be any difference. You will do it. You will pass as well. You will pass. You get your admission. Nobody are already coming from, from wherever you are to Benin to write your exam. I wish you guys safe journey. Those of you that here that are coming from wherever you're coming from, no accident will be on the way. Your exam will be a success. You will pass. You will get your admission on merit. And the grace of God, I prayed even before I made this video. I've committed it to the hands of God, and I know that yes, you guys will do well. You guys will do well. So basically, that's all for this video. If you have that question, let me know and we'll talk about it. If you're not in my support group, make sure that you are there. A word is enough for the wise. Science student to show, science student to ask, make sure you are there. And yes, let's head over to the teaching section right now. All right, my people, you all are welcome to the Uniben Post-Utme examination question section. Now, this is something that I said I'm going to do at the end of the orientation, and here we are doing it. And by the grace of God, we are starting off strong with what? With the use of English, because this is something that everybody must do. Even if you are a science student, you are a science student, or you're an art student, you definitely do what? You definitely do what? English. And the thing is that the trick is that English carries the bulk of the questions, because your Post-Utme exam, as of last year people, they saw 40 questions. Yes, 40 questions were the number of questions that they were asked. And these 40 questions, you answer them in what? In 30 minutes. You understand? And inside these 40 questions, about 15 of them were English questions. You understand? About 15 of them were what? Were English. So that'll tell you that English is the one that carries most of the questions. Then they now shared the remaining I think the remaining 35 for the other subjects. You understand? But for English, English alone was 15. So please take note of this. Very, very important. So now, these are what questions that have always been asked in the Uniben Post-Utme exam. And by the grace of God, we'll go through all these questions. And I'm going to explain, why the answer is the answer. So in case you see it in the example, and in case they twist it, you see able to arrive at the correct answer. Do you understand? And if time permits us, we'll still touch other subjects like the government, the chemistry, the physics, the CRS, the biology, literature, and physics and the rest. That's if time permits us, because if it's already long. Remember, we had a rotation before, and now we are teaching now, so it's already very long. I don't want it to be too long like that. So, but without wasting much of our time, let's run these questions. They are very, very simple. And like I said, these are what commonly repeated questions. And by the grace of God, if you take them seriously, you are still going to see them in your exam. I'm not guaranteeing that you see it word for word, but these are likely questions that even if Uniben cannot set more than this, they cannot set more than this. That's the truth. From my years of experience, because these are questions that when my students entered the hall last year, when they came out, this was what they saw. You understand? And last 2 years was the same thing. So Uniben cannot set aside this for English. You understand? So just pay attention while we go through it. It is very, very important. So now, starting off strong, question 1. No sooner had he entered the office, dash the phone rang. No sooner had he entered the office, dash the phone rang. Now take note that for English, anytime a sentence starts with what? No sooner had. Whenever a sentence starts with no sooner had, the answer, what collocates with it is what? Is done. So if I say no sooner had he entered the office than the phone rang, yes, than what? Than the phone rang. So option D is what? Is the correct one. No sooner had he entered the office. Some people will choose when, because it makes more sense when you choose when, because if I say no sooner had he entered the office when the phone rang, it make more sense, but English, like grammatically, is not correct. It is what? No sooner had he entered the office than the phone rang. That is how it's supposed to be. You understand? So please take note of this. So it's very, very important. Question 2 says, what does the idiom a bag of bone mean? Now, if you say somebody is a bag of bone, what does that mean? When you say somebody is a bag of bone, it means that that person is very thin and weak. You understand? So when you say somebody is a what is when you say somebody is what a bag of bone, it means that person is what very thin. Some of you here now, some of you are very thin, like you are very slim. Somebody can just say, this girl looks like a bag of bone. It means the person was very tiny, like sticky rope. You understand? So please take note of this. Very, very important. Now, another idiom I might ask you is that they'll ask you, they'll say, what does it mean to be a shadow of your former self? A shadow of your former self. What does it mean? To be a shadow of your former self means to be what? To be weak. You understand? So, for example, now let's say to be sick and weak, rather. For example, now let's say I've not seen a friend for a very long time, and I didn't know that this person was sick. And let's say after, like, obviously, if you have been sick for a very long period of time, to show in your body. You understand? So let's say finally after like 2-3 weeks, and I see this friend, I say, you are looking like a shadow of your former self. It means that you are looking what weak and what and thin. You understand? So you can see that but this one, a bag of bone, means to be very thin. Like the person is not sick, the person is just thin, like just thin. A bag of bone. The person is slim rather. But when you say a shadow of your former self, it means that this person is now looking what weak and thin. You understand? So take note of this, very, very important. Question 3 says, to take the juice off the gingerbread. To take the jit of the gingerbread. This is also what? An idiomatic expression. See, idioms. Uniben like idioms a lot. So to take the jit of the gingerbread means to make something unpleasant. Something that's supposed to be enjoyable. Something that's supposed to be liked. You are not making it unpleasant. It means what? To take the jit of the gingerbread. So something that everybody's enjoying before. Everybody's enjoying it. Everybody's having fun. You now come now, you now spoil everything. You've take the jit of the gingerbread. So to take jit of gingerbread means to what? To make something that is pleasant unpleasant, to spoil something for somebody. So that's that for that. Another idiom that they might ask you is that they'll ask you, all road lead to Rome. This is also what? An idiomatic expression. All road lead to Rome. What does it mean? It means that there are different ways to achieving what? A specific goal. You understand? So if I say all road leads to Rome, it means that there are different what paths. There are different ways to doing something. There are different paths to achieving something. There are different methods to making a particular thing. That's what it means that what all road leads to Rome. The second of this, very, very important. All right, so I just had to check if my camera is still recording because sometimes it misbehaves. You understand? Let me even check it again. All right, so number 5, he said, this one, now taking for number 5, this one is spellings. See, surprisingly, Uniben also asks questions on spelling. So, and this is not what you see in your past question, but last year, they want to finish them with spellings. Look at them here now. We'll come to this one later. But look at this one now. You see this word authentic, please. Look at the spelling. Know it. This one, bureaucracy. Know it. You may also like asking questions relating to spelling. You understand? So now, what's the nearest in meaning to the word absurd? Absurd. When you say something is absurd, what does it mean? When you say something is absurd, I mean that thing is what doesn't make any sense. It is what insensible. It is ridiculous. It is offensive. You understand? So in the option we have reasonable, sensible, logical, ridiculous. What's the answer? It is what? Ridiculous. Yes, because nearest in meaning. Absurd doesn't make any sense. You understand? Insensible, unreasonable. You understand? So nearest in meaning will be what? Ridiculous. Now, choose the option nearest in meaning to the word outlandish. Now, The word outlandish, what does it mean? Now, this word outlandish means what? Something strange. You understand? Something that is out of the ordinary, something that is bizarre. You understand? So, outlandish means something that is what? It is strange. Option A, familiar. No. Bizarre. Yes. Ordinary. No. Something is outlandish. That thing is out of the ordinary. That thing is strange. So, this is not the answer. This one. So, the answer is what? Bizarre. Please take note. You understand? Now, a chicken and egg situation. Now, when you say a chicken and egg situation, this is a type of situation where it is difficult to know what comes first or what caused it initially. Because obviously now, this is something that even scientists still argue today. They will ask you, they will say, between the chicken and egg, which one came first? Is it that the chicken came first? Is it that the chicken came first, then now laid the egg, or the egg came first, then now hatched into a chicken? So that's it. So you can see that there's a controversy there. So that's where that idiom came from. The chicken and egg situation means that it is difficult to tell which one actually caused it. It is difficult to tell what caused a particular situation or something. You understand? That's the meaning of a chicken and egg situation. Now, now he said Imade always puts dash airs whenever they are people around. It is what Imade always what put on airs. Yes, you put on something. You put on what? Something. Please take note. Now, to set things on fire. When you see this idiom, to set things on fire, it means that to do something extraordinarily well. Yet to set things on fire means what? To do something extraordinarily well. You understand? Like did something very, very well. Now, 11. These are possible questions, so please memorize it. 11 say a person who is wet behind the ears is called what? A person who is wet behind the ear is what? Inexperienced. Yes, that's the word. When somebody is wet behind the ear, that person is what? Inexperienced. You understand? That person is what? Inexperienced. Now, what is synonym of stealthily? Now, the synonym of stealthily is what? Is quietly. You understand? The synonym of stealthily is what? Is quietly. Now, look at question 13. It said, Faith, as well as David, dash the university every day. It is Faith, as well as David. Is it? Which one can never be the answer? Let's start with that one first. Which one can never be the answer? You cannot say Faith as well as David going to the university every day. It doesn't make any sense. You understand? You cannot say Faith as well as David are going to the university every day. No. It doesn't make any sense grammatically. We're left with what? Go and goes. Now, this question is under concord. Now, take note that when talking about concord, if and joins two subjects together, like if I say David and Goliath, if and is what is joining two of them together, the verb should be what? A plural verb. But if it is not and, like in this case now, it is Faith as well as David. There are two subjects, so Faith and David, but it is not and that is used to what? Connect them. It is what? This word as well as. So because of that, it goes with what? A singular word, a singular verb. You understand? So it is now what? Faith as well as David. Between go and goes, which one is singular, which one is plural? Now take note that go, G-O, is what? Is plural. But G-O-E-S is what? Is singular. Now for verbs, when a verb is carrying S, that verb is what? That verb is what? Is singular. When a verb is carrying S. But when the verb is standing on its own like this one now, it is what? It is what? A plural verb. So if I say between teach and teaches, which one is singular, which one is plural? This one is carrying S is what? Is singular. While this one is carrying S is what? That is not carrying S is what? Is plural. So if I say Emeka, is it Emeka teach at the primary school or Emeka teaches at the primary school? It is what? Emeka what? teaches at the primary school, because Emeka is just one person and that's a singular subject. So she go with what? A singular what? Verb. But if I say Emeka and Mary, is it Emeka and Mary teach at the primary school, or Emeka and Mary teaches at the primary school? It is Emeka and Mary teach at the what? Primary school. Please take note. It is very, very important. Now, 14. I hope you guys can see it too. Let me check if you guys can see from here. Okay, it's visible. Now, for 14, he said, he who dash will succeed. This question came out last year. It is what? He who is diligent will succeed. So option C is the correct answer. Now, correct spelling of maneuver. This is the spelling of maneuver. Maneuver is spelled M-A-N-O-E-U-V-R-O-E. Maneuver. This correct spelling of gorilla. Now, this gorilla here is not the normal animal gorilla. This gorilla here is a group of soldiers, a group of army, like a group of soldiers rather. You can say this is a gorilla of what? Of soldiers. So that type of gorilla, this is how it's being spelled. G-U-E-R-R-I-L-L-A. You understand? Now, this is correct spelling of continuous. It came out last year. This is the correct spelling of authentic. I think I said it before, sir. Yes. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. What does this mean? This is an idiomatic expression. It came out last year. All these questions I'm talking about now, they all came out last year. And even some of them here, they came out last 2 years. So there's every tendency that you will see some of them tomorrow. I said tomorrow. You'll see some of them the very day you're writing your exam. You understand? So let's go. He said, never look a gift horse in the mouth. What does this mean? It means that, you know, don't always appreciate anything that is being given to you. That is the best way to explain it. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. It means that always appreciate what they give to you. Don't say, now this one if you give me, what it be this one where they give me? No. Always appreciate what you are being given. Now, correct spelling of juggernaut. So this word juggernaut, they don't repeat. I'm tired. They've repeated this question, this particular one, a lot of times. So please, take it up. Even this sound, this oral English came out last year too. Which of the following words has the same vowel sound as cat? The answer is what? The answer is pack. You understand? 22 said, dash I would have helped him. What's the answer? Is it, had it been that he asked me? Option B, if he asked me. Option C, had he asked me? Option D, I wish he asked me. The correct answer is what? Had he asked me? Option C. Had he asked me, I would have helped him. That's the correct answer. You understand? So this is all for English. Now, apart from this aspect, I will tell you some other areas you should focus on for English. You see what? You see order of adjectives. You can still go through those ones. Order of adjectives, adverbs. Order of adverbs, because all of adverbs comes with manner, place, and time. You can still go through that one. Then concord, yes, concord. Those of you that are in my Rema class, we talked about concord very well. Concord comes out a lot. You understand? So also go through that one. Yes, you also see comprehension, but that comprehension is just like 6 lines. It's just a very short comprehension, and they will not ask you. They will answer, okay. They'll just drop like 2 questions. The comprehension is very, very simple and very easy to answer. Something that is the comprehension part is not even long. Like let me say 6, 7 lines. You understand? They'll just ask like 2 questions under it. You get. They don't normally ask oral English questions. If they want to ask, maybe like just one, which is even this one they've been repeating over the years. So who knows? You might be lucky you see this kind of one again. Just pick the answer and leave there. You understand? So I'm trying to remember other areas that might ask you again. Collocations. Yes, collocations. We've talked about collocation in our Rema class already. Don't be that want to still join. Let's say your exam is still far. You can still message me to join. Collocations like this word, this one now. Like I said, for any time you see no sooner had, it goes with than. That's collocation. You understand? I think there was also one again that was treated here. Okay, is it here? Okay. Look at this one. This is collocation. you put on something. So Imade always put on. No, it's not Imade always put in. No, to put always goes with what on. So always go with what? Always go with that. For example, now he is so tall that he can reach the top of the mountain. So always go with what? That. That's collocation. You understand? So that's it. I'm trying to remember if there's any area that will still ask you questions from. Yes, nouns and pronouns. Yes, they'll ask you questions under nouns and pronouns too. You get, they'll just throw out two questions under there. But you see your synonyms, your antonyms, yes, your idioms, your spellings, like what we just said now. They'll ask you one or two questions from there too. So go and sharpen your knowledge on those areas. But for these questions, I can guarantee you that yes, you will see one or two from me. Out of these 22 questions, I can assure you that yes, you see at least 10 from here because Uniben does not ask more than this. And if you can get 10 out of the number of questions they are going to give you, you've already gotten up to like 18 marks already. You understand? Free marks, so free marks. So okay. So there's no problem. Ensure you watch, ensure you go through all these questions. They are very, very important. So what we'll do is that in the next clip, we're going to now talk about other areas for other subjects, the commonly asked, the commonly asked questions from other areas, or that's other subjects rather. You understand? So please, ensure you will stick around and take note of all of them. We'll do for chemistry, physics, biology, English, literature. We've done English already. CRS, economics. We'll do for the rest of them. You understand? So I'll see you guys. All right, my people. These are the common. We talked about English already. So these are the commonly asked questions in the remaining subjects you'll be writing in your Post-Utme exam. Now, take note that if you're an art student, you are doing English, government, literature, and CRS in your Post-Utme. While if you are a commercial student, you'll be doing maths, English, economics, and government, regardless of what you did in JAM. If you like to do accounting in JAM or you do commerce in JAM, those are not concerning Uniben. As far as a commercial student, you will do maths, you will do English, you will do what's it called now? Maths, English, you will do government, and you will do what? Economics. So now let's start off with chemistry. These are the commonly asked questions in chemistry. Metals and non-metals, yes, they must ask you questions on that metal and non-metal, like sodium, especially sodium, calcium, aluminium. You understand? They'll ask you questions on that, even their flame test. For example, they're asking what was the flame test of sodium, golden yellow, calcium, brick red, potassium, lilac. All these things I've said it already in my REMA class. You understand? So my REMA class students should not have any issue with metals and non-metals. We also have what? Stoichiometry. Now this one is under what? This one is mainly calculation. You understand? They will ask you questions on calculation, especially all these molar mass, mole, concentration. You see questions like that. Then periodic table. Yes, you will see questions under periodic table. Yes, you will see. And the trick in periodic table is very, very simple. And it is only electropositivity and atomic radius that increase as you go down the group. The rest, they decrease as you go down the group, and they increase as you go across the period. Just what I just said, it is only what? Electropositivity and atomic radius that increases as you go down the group and decreases as you go across the period. Every other one, they decrease as you go down the group and what increase as you go across the period. So please take note. Now we also have electrolysis. Yes, you will see questions under electrolysis. They'll just give you like one calculation, pay to your body, or they will ask you questions under electroplating. Okay, that okay, if there's a golden spoon, there's a gold and a spoon. Let's say I want to electroplate a silver spoon with gold. Where should I put the spoon? Where should I put the gold? Those kind of questions they will ask you. Hey, if you are in my REMA class, you would have known what I'm talking about. Don't that I've actually joined the Post-Utme class. And if you were not in our Post-Utme class, you can still join. That is if maybe your exam is not, maybe you still have some days to your exam, you can still join. And by the grace of God, you in less than 5 hours, you've covered everything you're supposed to cover. If you are very smart, you cover everything and you are set. Now, organic chemistry, they will ask you questions on organic chemistry. Now, the question mostly asking organic chemistry are from, all this organic chemistry part 2, alkanas, alkanones, alkanoic acid. You understand? But they are simple questions that you can easily relate to it. Then for organic chemistry part 1, and they'll just ask you, okay, polymerization of ethene gives what? Polymerization of ethine gives what? All those kinds of simple questions. You understand? So organic chemistry, they'll ask you. Chemical equilibrium, they'll ask you, but last year they did not ask any question on that chemical equilibrium. But I doubt if they'll ask this year. But just hold this one strong, sha. Radioactivity, this one will come out. They'll give you like, let me say a structure, like let me say uranium 234, then 82, something like that. They'll say, okay, if this compound loses one alpha particle, alpha particle is like this, Abi, is represented by a helium nuclei. Abi, yes. So if it loses just one alpha particle, it means the mass number will reduce by 4. That's 234 minus 4. Then the atomic number will reduce by 2. So it will now form a new compound that has atomic number of 80 and mass number of 230. Because why? When a radioactive compound loses what? And one alpha particle, the mass number will reduce by 4. Atomic number will reduce by what? By 2. They will ask you this kind of question. They will ask you this kind of question on your position. Sometimes they might never ask. They will say, if a radioactive element loses 2 alpha particle or 3 alpha particle, that's how they will ask it. You understand? So you now say, okay, if it loses 2 alpha particle, it means since it's 2 alpha particle, it will now be 2 helium nuclei. Abi? So it means that the mass number will reduce by what? Is it by 4 or by 8? It is by 8 because it's now losing 2 alpha particle. Then the mass number will reduce by 8 rather. The atomic number will reduce by 4. You understand? So those kind of questions I will ask you. So you can go and brush through all this topic, or you can just message me to join our RMA club because we taught all this is already. Just for you to join and just go through it and you are okay. Solubility, yes, they will ask you. Calculation. Energetics, they didn't ask last year, Sha. So, but if you don't have time, don't even go through this one. But they didn't ask last year. If they want to ask you questions under energetics, this question will ask. They'll say if delta G is positive, what does it mean? If it's negative, what does it mean? If it's 0, what does it mean? Now, if delta G is what? Now, what delta G? Delta G is what gives free energy. You understand? Now, if delta G is what? Is 0, it means the reaction is at what? Equilibrium. If it's negative, it means the reaction is what? Spontaneous. While if it's positive, it means that the reaction is non-spontaneous. You get, so all those things, just take note of it. Then they will ask questions on that what? Qualitative test. This one is common. They will say, okay, for example, they'll ask you, iron burns with what kind of flame? You understand? Copper burns with what kind of flame? If hydrogen reacts with an unknown compound, and this compound gives what? A dense white film, what was the compound? You understand? Or if hydrogen reacts with ammonia to give a dense white film, what is that compound that is formed? You get, it's ammonium chloride. You understand? So all type of questions, tests. Test for water is what? We have 2 tests for water. We have the first test, which is copper sulfate test. That one turns from white to blue. Then we have tests with cobalt 2 chloride. That one turns water from what? From blue to pink. Those kind of questions. But just go through all this topic and you will not have any issue. Then physics are waves, calculation, optics calculation, electricity, electromagnetism, transformers, AC circuit, projectile, density. All this area they'll most surely give you questions from there. Now biology. Now the thing is that about biology, they don't even like asking too many questions for biology. These are like the major areas they normally take questions from. Genetics and variation, that is DNA, ability to roll tongue, blood group, genotype, all type of things. If a man with genotype AS marries this one, what's the probability of giving birth to all those kind of things? Ecology, they will ask you. Plant biology. Now, this plant biology, questions under flower, fruit. They'll tell you that, okay, pineapple is what type of fruit? Aggregate fruit. True fruit, false fruit, all kind of questions. Then part of a plant, they'll tell you that, okay, the leaf of a plant is attached to, now that what structure attaches the leaf of a plant to the stem of that same plant? It is called the petiole. You understand? I think it's spelled like this. Yes. So that's that for that. The human system, they will ask you question on that human system. All this digestive system, circulatory system, excretory system. But it is mostly digestive system that will ask you on that human system. Then classification. They'll ask you, okay, what's the dominant phase in bryophyte? What's the dominant phase? Is it for bryophyte? Is it sporocyte or gametophyte? You understand? They'll ask you, okay, for this thing, what's the dominant phase for bryophyte? Pteridophyte, what's the dominant phase? That were questions. And then diseases. They also ask you questions on that diseases. They'll say, okay, so go and learn plant disease, all those cassava mosaic, cassava mosaic, what's it called? Yam rust, all those type of diseases in plants. Go and memorize it. The even diseases in humans too. What causes malaria? Plasmodium. What causes yellow fever? Aedes mosquito. All type of diseases in humans, diseases in plants. Go and memorize it too. Therefore, government, we have civil service, Nigerian government history, public corporation, local government, constitution and rule of law, separation of power, human rights, arms of government, electoral system, political parties, citizenship, public opinion, pressure groups, colonial administration, Nigerian nationality, ECOWAS, United Nations, African Union, CBN. So I'll ask you questions. Then for CRS, Noah and the flood. This one came out last year. Yes. Abraham, Joseph, Moses, Samuel, David, Elisha, Elijah, Isaiah, Jeremiah, birth of Jesus Christ, the death of Jesus Christ, baptism of Jesus Christ, all type of things, parables, fruit of the spirit, spiritual gifts, early church. They'll ask you questions on those parts. The literature, Lonely Days, Othello, Second Class Citizen, Invisible Man, Unexpected Joy at Dawn, Purple Hibiscus. They will ask you questions from all these parts. All those, they are, literature for every I don't know if it's poem, maybe poetry. They'll ask you what is this one about it. Well, no, they'll ask you questions under it. So go and memorize it. So economics, tax, national income, demand, elasticity, money, commercial banks, Central Bank of Nigeria, inflation, unemployment, market structure, population, agric, exchange rate, production, cost, and revenue. So these are the common areas that they will ask you in your post-UTME exam. So please go through it. And if you are not on our, what's it called now? If you are not on our support group, ensure that you are there. Because inside our support group, we'll also take some possible questions, a lot of them, a night to your exam. So if you are not there, maybe you came across this video, maybe somebody sent it to you, or you just saw it on YouTube like that, ensure that you reach out to me. I'll put my WhatsApp number. I think my WhatsApp number should have been in this video all this while. So try and get my WhatsApp number, reach out to me so that I will add you to our Uniben support group. Because all these areas, because of, we would have taken questions from all these areas, but just that there's no time. There's no time. YouTube does not favor long videos. So I just drop the topic. But in our support group, we will take questions under all these topics that I've said so far. You understand? So please, ensure you take note of it. Very, very important. So with that, we are done with everything you need to know. And please, once you've written your exam and the exam was easy, do well to come back to me and share your testimony. If you've gotten your admission to, reach out to me to share your testimony too. I would really love to hear from you, so that I will know that all this I'm doing is not waste. You get. So take note of this. Very, very important. And that's all for this video. I wish you all success. I pray that by the grace of God, this will be your last Post-Utme. I pray that that course that you desire to study, you will get it on merit. You understand? I pray that, yes, you will not get transferred to a course that you don't like. You understand? And I pray that by the end of the day, you don't be that traveling down to Benin to write your Post-Utme. I pray that, yes, by the grace of God, as you are coming down to Benin to write your Post-Utme, no accident on the way. I pray that, okay, as you are coming back from Benin, back to where you are coming from, no accident on the way, you will succeed, you will pass, you will get admission, and at the end of the day, you become a Uniben student. So that's all for now, guys. I wish you all success from the depth of my heart. I want to see you guys in school. I want to see you guys on the day of your matric. I want to celebrate with you guys. So that's all for now, guys, and bye bye.